It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It is IndyCar night on iRacing. Hello again, everyone. I am Gary Gatso. Welcome to P1's Broadcasting signature presentation of Round 7, Week 7 of Season 3 of 2026 of the IndyCar Oval Series. Tuesday night top split coming to you from Texas Motor Speedway. We are now into the second half of the season. As always, joining me in the booth for expert analysis, our driver analyst and our points expert, Luis Gonzalez Nunez. Luis, we are now in the second half of the season. While we're watching the B-roll roll, but when you come out of the B-roll, the points will be on the screen. Tell us about the point situation. There's kind of a little bit of a breakaway. We haven't counted those drop weeks yet, but right now the leader is on the verge of really breaking away and standing out on his own.
Yeah, actually, Adam Blocker is the leader of the championship, almost 200 points over the Brian Campbell. Brian Campbell won yesterday, the race at 8 p.m., 8:15 yesterday, Monday. Second, Jose Pizarro, and third, Walter Macias. So, 11 Brazilians versus USA. That's can tell you. It is like that, well, like I used to be.
That'll be different if it was soccer.
After that, Adam Blocker won one race, so counting like a week for him, because currently now he have 6 weeks counting. Clendy have 6 weeks and Josh Ward have 7. So now the standings changed, but that's the standing from yesterday. So I can tell you, Adam Blocker have the main one to be on the front, especially now with this 51 something 5.1k straight field. So it's going to be a lot of points with oh my God, unexpected poleman today in the fixed series.
Well, we will get the lineup in here. And it is a 51-34. And the mailman delivers after hours on Tuesday, because here is your starting lineup. And this is what shocked him. Adriano Fopori, the man with the most career starts in top split broadcasted of the fixed and oval championship lineage, starts on the pole tonight with a speed of 224.785. Right next to him, probably going, it's Clendy second on the grid with a 224.6. Right behind those two, seeing a possibility of some shenanigans up front, is Nick Sadiq in row 2, right next to Bandera on the outside of row 2. Then we got Campbell and Ward on row 3. We'll be watching that row. That has a lot of championship implications in it. Tracy did at Adam Blocker on row 4. Caleb Brashear, thankful that we're not in Pocono anymore. And Fortson back on row 5. And then we have the prodigy in Gilson on row 6. Zach Flaum and Tyler, that is, excuse me, to make sure I get, that is Tyler Russell there in the Ed Carpenter livery, the Ed Carpenter Racing livery. In the number 17, he's on row 7. D'Souza and Estrada on row 8. Supermex, Quadrado and Neon on row 9. Brophy and Edwards back on row 10. So two of the veterans are going to be coming from deep in the field to try to work their way up. Oster and Quilla, and coming back for the first time in a couple weeks, and we got him back on the grid, Brendan Trost, 23rd and last on the grid. It's going to be interesting watching all these names come from the back.
Oh, sure. It's going to be very interesting. That timing between Clendy and Fraporti, 1,200 of a second. 0.01. No. Let's see. No. 0 less.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. 75 laps tonight. 3 sets of tires, 50-mile-per-hour pit road speed limit. This is the 11th race of this current scan. 42nd total race at Texas across both GANs, and 715th in series history. Getting ready to go green for Porty the Mailman on the pole, and he sends it already with a big lead already at the start-finish line.
That's a good thing for Porty, started from the front, but is the thing, how long is going to be surviving on the front when Clendy is going on turn 2, so I think Porty need to defend it so far for now. Good.
Bit of a breakaway for Porty, Clendy, Sudik. Campbell now entering the picture, Josh Ward in 5th. Here we come to the completion of lap 1. And for Porty, still delivering at the point, but we're already 2 wide. And from now getting the 3 wide, now 4 wide through turns 1 and 2. Campbell up to the top to kind of throw a little bit of an air at Bandera. Campbell now up at the top, using that big run. He'll use the high side again this time in turn 1, as he now pulls slightly ahead of Porty. Can't quite clear him.
Oh my, yeah.
And now he clears him. And so Porty fades back to 2nd, Sudik in 3rd, Clendy in 4th, Bandera 5th, Ward now around Bandera up to 5th. Here comes Blocker to the inside of that double dogleg. We're going to go thinking about 4 wide again. We're definitely 3 wide through the corner. Ward in the middle, Bandera up top. Blocker down low, down the backstretch. Oh, everyone is jockeying for position.
What a lucky beat the season for Josh Ward. Now, hope for him, it's going to be at least finish the race in top 5 and make something gaining over there. But man, this track is super difficult, especially in this turn. New turn only for NASCAR make weird for the cars on the IndyCar cars actually.
And unfortunately, IndyCar does not come here anymore. That's a darn shame. And in fact, they've replaced actually coming to this area altogether with that Arlington race. So I don't think they're going to return back to this track anytime soon. As we are riding with Caleb Brashear, with Adam Blocker to his high side. 2 wide in front of him. Blocker with a big run down the backstretch, and the draft of going to send it to the inside on Clendy. Whoa, Clendy wasn't expecting that one, but gives him the room. Caleb Brashear giving him a little room on the front straight. Now he starts to suck up into the draft here. Big lift down the 4th gear.
Tiago Bandeira on front with Adriano from 4-3 way on behind with Nick Sudik, sorry, and War, and also Clendy over there. But man, it's gonna be like this for 15 laps, and then we're gonna start to see a struggle like a Josh Ward hit the wall in turn 2 now.
For Porty and Bandera. Bandera, so Brazilian clears himself right in front of Campbell. Bandera in that cotton candy colored car there. For Porty in the orange and white car down to the bottom with the car to the inside wall, and that is Nick Sadiq. Caution. A rare mistake by Big Race Nick. Let's see what happened here. Coming off the corner, you get a little help.
Contact with Caleb Brashear.
Caleb on the outside. He passes, we see Gilson, and they come off the corner. Now, the low side off the corner is not a very comfortable way to come off that corner, and then up on, just kind of comes up inside of a little racing deal off the corner. Let's pop in the Gilson's car here and watch from his point of view. This happens all right in front of him. This car to the inside just kind of comes up here. We'll contact in the middle. Boink. And a lot of net code there, but still there was going to be contact. And we are under caution.
Sucks.
And while we're under caution, just a reminder, last week, Adam Blocker won the highest strength of field race of the season so far, a 5.7K strength of field event. He defeated Robert Malechka by 98 thousandths of a second, or 98.1 thousandths of a second if you want to be exact. Jason Brophy finished third, 175.7 thousandths of a second back. That was last week. We've had, let's see, the Clindy's won twice this year. Trost won the opener in Atlanta. Jacob Oster won at New Hampshire. Blockers won the last two. So Blockers looking to go for his third straight win here today. If he can, start getting him onto the four streak watch for next week. Texas Motor Speed. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Drop to end to Elijah Gibson because he faking, but he forgot to don't cross the line. You see it's a double yellow line. This is have one line close to the when you come into the pit. So he crossed it and he come back to the track. So
so it's like a pump fake, but you leave your feet. You get called for the travel.
So, basically, yeah.
Well, we will bring us up to speed here. And the next time by, we'll go green flag racing. Let's see. Did anyone stop? Anyone want to mention? It's a little early to stop here in this race. But maybe there's some takers. Let's see who did come to pit road. Tyler Russell, Crash Neon, Antonio Estrada, Zach Flaum, Ty Quilla, Brendan D'Souza. They all came to pit road. Brendan Trost as well, topping off. Elijah Gilson, of course, he had a force to come to pit road. Logan Edwards, an extended pit road stop for him. Not sure what happened. Might have had an incident on the racetrack. While you look that up, Texas Motor Speedway has hosted 36 points paying IndyCar races from 97 to 2024. The Speedway was once one of the defining stops in the schedule, producing everything from pack races to photo finishes and long green flag strategy runs. The kart qualifying record, of course, set by Kenny Breck, 233.4. The IRL track record set by Billy Boat, 225.9. Of course, that was on the old configuration. The current configuration track record set by Charlie Kimball. There's a name we don't talk about very often. A 222.5 in 2017. Your career Texas Motor Speedway wins leader should be no surprise. Scott Dixon with 5, Castro Neves with 4, Sam Hornish, Joseph Newgarden with 3, Will Power, Scott Sharp, and Scott Goodyear each have won twice. Getting ready to go green here at lap 13 for Porty's your leader. Then it's Bandera, Campbell, Clindy, and the Prodigy. Top 5. Green flag back underway. We're back at it at Texas Motor Speedway.
So Logan Edwards just pull over. He towing, come back to the pit, and that's why. So something in the real life, something happened, so come back to that. So all good for that.
There we see Edwards on the low side of the speedway coming off of pit road. He has rejoined, but having some issues. But battle at the front for Porty and Soup. It's the mailman and Soup going side by side in the one. Clindy, the Pink Panther, down low, and Tiago Bandero up top. 3 wide off the corner, now 2 wide off the corner down the back straight.
Even you do it on the front, you still have problems with the grip and everything. So sure, in the moment he start to pull back, you're gonna start to lose position. So be careful with Clendy, because Clendy start to read the momentum is Adriano Fraporti's doing same for
Fraporti with a little bit of the Fraporti fade down the backstretch.
Yeah, he need to be more smart, Fraporti, because they gonna find out the way and catch the IRL line, actually, the name.
The IRL line, not the in real life line. It's the old Indy racing line down on the bottom, right next to that white line. Oh, goes to the inside. He immediately defends.
Oh my God, Fraporti start to lose, he start to have problems. I don't see, he's getting slow in the exit on the turning.
Porty can't quite get to the bottom. He gets to the bottom now. Clindy sending it on the outside of his teammate. And he'll have a good run. Car up top, 3 wide off the corner. And there you see in the top part of your screen, we're riding on the Robbie Gordon cam with Clindy. And there's a car on the outside. That's Bandera. Bandera having a hard time holding his line steady. Now they come off the corner, down the double dogleg front straight. Now into the new re-profile back in 2018. Turn 1 and 2, flatter and wider. Back down the back straight, then they'll head into turn 3, which still is the 24-degree of banking turn that was originally built when the speedway was constructed. And the bottom line is the preferred line. There you see Campbell on the outside of Clindy. Head to the roll bar here, over Clindy's head. Now there's Blocker at the outside. The Prodigy Kirchbauer, he's in that gold and that yellow car just outside your picture on the high side. Clindy down to the bottom on the white line. A little bit of a lift. There we see 3 wide off the corner. Again, Raporti holding the low line, blocking. Now, I'm not saying blocking. He's not really blocking. He's in a little of a fade, but he is definitely making that car very wide. Oh, a little bit of a clip in the grass, just like in the old IRL days.
It's gonna be huge. If it's something happen on the front, it's gonna be a big one. If it's something happen on the front, for sure.
Orton go to the inside of Ward, 3 wide. Up top, that is Quadrado in that Valvoline livery. I believe he's making his first top split broadcast. Welcome. Oh, Freebird Caleb Brashear stalls out in the middle of the corner and had to really pick and choose his lines. Here comes Jacob Oster up 14 spots. Lewis, just as we expect, 3 wide through the corner there.
Man, it's Oster once again and there on the front. Once again, we're talking about what has happened on Bodiv. He won the Indy Kentucky last Sunday, and now he's going for another top split victory now in 6.
Now 1 win this season. He won in New Hampshire and then won on Sunday night at the Votive Indy Derby, the 5th running. And he dominated that race. 167 laps he led of that 200-lap race.
Close.
Oh, cutting through the corner. Look, Oster clipped the grass. Do a little bit of trimming.
Pardon me.
Again, I think Ryan Campbell is doing a good job at being very patient on Raporti here. Raporti holding the bottom. Now we go to the outside. Here's Clindy. That is Clindy in the purple, the Pink Panther. Oh, here comes Oster, sending it down to the bottom. Look at Bandera way up in the gray.
And Campbell take the lead.
Campbell clears him, and we have a new leader.
Oh, it's going to be a problem for Raporti. And for all these people going fast, because Raporti is going to start to... That's a good way. So keep in second. Don't lose. Don't go back, because he knows the tires of Adriano Raporti is gone. So now it's a battle between Clindy and Campbell.
Oh, Kirchbauer goes from the high side to the low side. Underneath Oster in the turns 3 and 4, the preferred line on the bottom. And he's going to leave as 4th spot as they get off of 4 down the main straight. Now he's up to 3rd, taking a peek inside of Clindy. Here comes Ward. Tried to thought about sticking it in there. Not going to be enough room. Backs it off. Resets down the back straight. Now down the back straight still. The Rogue Racing teammates side by side at the front. And then we got Raporti and Bandera, 2nd and 3rd, 4th and 5th, 3rd and 4th, right behind them. And then we see Oster, Kirchbauer, and Kirchbauer's teammate right behind him, Josh Ward. And then we got Oster's teammate right behind him with Adam Blocker in the blue car.
It's a lot of dancing around the track, especially Austin making the... Well, I don't know if number to put the stay on the front of him. A lot of moving around the track. To be honest, it's start to getting close to have a contact each other.
3, 4 wide through the corner there. Both the Brazilians go way up to the top off of 1 and 2. Here comes the I-5G entry. Freebird Caleb Brashear down low now. Remember, he and Blocker made contact a couple races back. Prodigy in the middle, getting tight off an inch exit. Oh, Bandera starting to fade now. Wonder if he used up those tires. Reporty still hanging tough on the high side. Here comes Ward underneath him. Oster's going to try to follow into one through the double dogleg. Ward, a little bit of an extra fade there at the end. Clindy slams the door on Ward. Protects his teammate, running a 6 there.
Look for Reporty. Oh, I thought he was going to make the pass, but he didn't.
Reporty still hanging tough on the high side. P3. Ward, big run off the bottom off of 3 and 4. Quickly getting to about the halfway point. Bauer, Brashear side by side. Not a lot of room there on the bottom. Here comes Tristan Fortson and for Porty. Let's go back and watch that. Ward just slides right up in front of Forporti and then comes down, and Forporti was sticking his nose there, and it got a little tight, but they kept it off one another. Back to live racing.
Don't wake up the beast, man. Don't wake up.
3 wide. Brashear for Forporti. The Prodigy down low.
Ugh.
The longer they battle, the more those 4 are going to pull away up front. Dresden Fortson there in that track rocket entry. He's entering the picture now. Here comes Jason Brophy. Brophy up 9 spots. Ty Quilla a little bit further back in 14th. He's up 8. Biggest gainer is Oster up 17. He's in 4th. It's a 1.5 mile quad oval, 75 laps, 112.5 iRacing miles tonight. Last time we were here, Clindy started 9th and defeated Seb Alexander by 19 thousandths of a second. Mark Murphy finished 3rd. 13 lead changes and only 2 cautions last time, so we're doing pretty good this time. Although I think the lead changes are down. Right now, it's been on whoever's been controlling the bottom. Again, a little bit of fade to the bottom for Campbell. Oster took a look, going down the backstretch, now through 3 and 4. Still Rogue Racing, running the point. 1 and 2, lap 35 of 75. Now 36 of 75. 3 wide. Look at all those different lines through turns 1 and 2. So wide through there.
Yeah, they're looking for the clean air to rotate the car in the corner, especially that corner, because they look like you have a grip, but in the end it's no grip, it's lose the car. So you try to looking for the best option to rotate, like for example, Blocker is going on the middle, now going on the bottom line, have a side-by-side and look like loose. But he's okay, at least keep it the position 6 now.
Last 6 races at this scan of the racetrack have produced 6 different winners. Pablo Diaz-Francis, you know him, he's your old teammate. He's the only repeat winner in 10 races on this current scan.
Nice.
And 7 of the 10 races were decided by 78 thousandths of a second or less. And a little something we expect to see later tonight as we get closer to the finish here, and maybe another photo finish. Riding with Adam Blocker, and he goes way up to the top. He's going to get a big run down the backstretch.
Caleb Rashid almost contact with Rashid, almost contact with Blocker, but it was just contact by Netcom, maybe a little bit, but it looked like a contact over there.
Big lift. Tristan Fortson riding with him down on the white line through turns 1 and 2. He trying to get that car to rotate. Almost contact with Caleb Brashear as Caleb sends it on the outside. They keep it with each other. Big lift for Fortson. He loses 2 positions. Close moment there off of turn 2.
My God, was close the contract, and we start to the moment when they need to figure out, actually they need to figure out when you come into the pit, and it's gonna be a disaster. So, oh my God, Locker is loose on the exit on the corner, man.
Locker's now joined by another teammate of his, Jason Brophy. So 3 now. Team Hype cars up in that group of about 6 up there. Group of 7, excuse me. Brashear now entering the picture. So we got Rogue Racing, VRL, Team Hype, VRL, Team Hype, and I5G. So all the super teams all up at point right now. The front row is kind of faded. Bandera back to 9th, Fraporti back to 11th. Actually, Bandera started on the second row. And some of those drivers have started up front early, starting to fade now with those tires. Looking for first round of pit stops for those drivers that did not stop at the lap 10 caution. We expect to see them coming to pit road about in the next 10 laps or so.
So Gilson's in pits. Cuadrado came to the pits, good to go. So we, like I just said, expected to all of these guys, maybe 30 to go, 25 to go, coming to the pit. Like Andy calling now to the pit, so eyes open. Oh my God.
And the Prodigy brings it down off the banking, slows it down, 50-mile-per-hour pit road speed limit. And now he has a long run down to his stall there in the solid gold, Dallara. We'll go back up front and ride off the nose of Clindy.
It is Ward, Clindy, Campbell 3 wide. Even with the old tie with 46, they can't do it. Ty Quilla called to the pit now.
These are drivers a little bit further back, trying to do a bit of an undercut here, get some clean air, fresh tires. Can he get to the pits? He can't quite get to the pits because Trace Shadid's there. He's going to have to go another lap. He's clear this time, but he's going to miss his entry to pit road on that lap. Bringing with him Zach Flaum, Trace Shadid cutting through the grass there on the double dog legs.
Fraporti calling for the pit now. It is on 11, so I hope the people...
Fraporti coming to pit road. Ty Quilla decides to go another lap, and Fraporti brings it down and gets it down to the limit as he lights the tires up. Like the top 10 is kind of pulled away from everybody. And that last car in that group was Crash Neon. There he is. Crash Neon having a good race. Bandera underneath Caleb Brashear. Not going to be able to close that pass off. Tucks back in line. Back up a little bit forward. Blocker and Oster side by side. Actually, all of the teammates all together in triangle formation. 3 wide off the corner. Okay, we see more people coming to pit road this time. Oh, 3 wide through the corner.
Oh, Forson didn't hear that. Forson didn't hear that. Oh my God, he almost.
So close. Oster, watch that again. You were calling it. He goes, Forson didn't hear it. Forson didn't hear it. Here comes Treston Forson. A head full of steam. Whoa!
Josh Ward called for the pit now, and we're going to still see a lot of people coming to the pit.
Ward off the banking, coming to pit road to complete his stop. Locks him up. Back up front still, the Rogue Racing teammates. Now they're joined by the Team Hype teammates just behind them. It is Clindy and Campbell. 2 guys involved in the top 5 in points in this series. Brophy starting to join the picture here. Brophy, it's been a while since he's got a win here in the top split. He would certainly like to get one. Been so close on so many different occasions.
Campbell call it for the pit now.
The ride with Campbell as he comes off the banking. Good job. Look how quickly you have to be down to that 55 mile per hour pit road speed limit. Not even before, it's before you get on the pit road with these, where they have the NASCAR limits at. 22 to go here at Texas. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Donate to the channel if you'd like to. We do these for free on behalf of the community. And right here, we get to the pit stop of Brian Campbell's Soup. Glendy on pit road for his scheduled stop. So Brophy and Blocker able to go extra long, 54. Fortson joining them. Crash Neon. Now, Crash Neon's going to pick up the lead here. He stopped on that lap 10 caution. He is your lead driver in that strategy. Can he make it the remainder of the distance?
Maybe.
It's going to be 45 there. At 55 now, the leaders are. I think he's going to be a little short. I don't know. He might need some caution in order to pull this off. It's good to see Crash up front, and man, if he could transit. Oh, man, Brophy almost into the wall off of 4. Blocker pit road, so he throws in a towel. He needs to come to pit road for his scheduled stop. Fortson stays out. Crash Neon stays out. So again, they're kind of hoping for an opportunistic caution at this point. Brophy, Fortson showing the most economy. Here comes Brophy. He comes down off the banking. Fortson going very long now. Fortson now, he's getting in the neighborhood of 60 on this stint.
60, that's pretty good.
And he's at 57 now.
58.
And coming to 58. And I think he's, is he coming to pit road this time? Yes, he is.
It is.
And that turns the lead over to Crash Neon, leading some of his first laps that we've seen him lead here on the top split. 18 to go. They went 57. The longest the driver went with 57 on that stint. Coming to 58. So Crash Neon's going to come up just a little short. And right behind him, Ty Quilla and Brendan Trost. Antonio Estrada, Supermex. Brendan D'Souza, Tyler Russell. These are all drivers that stopped at lap 10, and they're hoping for a little bit of luck here. Fortson coming off pit road. His stop's done in the Taupe Soaps entry. He'll get passed by the leaders that he led as they came to pit road. Crash Neon, your leader. Boy, I wish Justin was here. He'd be loving this. Crash Neon's one of his guys.
So, I assuming Indy is the leader virtually. Wow. Now Oster second place.
Ward, I think Ward will be the leader of as this cycles through.
And Gilson is in 4th, so and Cuadrado's in 5th. So that's the standing so far. If it's circle back.
Ty Quilla looks like he's sacrificing some pace in order to try to get a little extra fuel economy here on this run. That's a battle for position. Brendan Trost. We have not heard from Trost all day long. Remember, he started at the back end of the pack. He came in early and flexed a little bit of strategy and has brought him up to the front. Would love to see a caution right now. Would catch a ton of the field down a lap. But I think this is starting to turn it a little bit into a mileage race. Let's take a look at last lap's miles per hour. That's time. Go to miles per hour. Here we go. Let's reset. Neon 211, Quilla 211, Trost 210, 210, 210, Ward 218. So yeah, that whole first group is down about 6 miles per hour. They're trying to nurse these things home.
Crash Neil coming to the pit now, actually.
Crash Neon cannot wait any longer. He's down off the banking, so he gives up the lead and his shot to win with 12 to go. Also joining him on pit road, Brendan D'Souza in that player's livery throwback. That turns the lead over to Tyquilla. Oh, Caleb Rashear sends it on the outside. Here goes to the inside. That is Gilson. Quadrado. Trost is now the leader. 11 to go. 10 to go now, sorry.
I don't think Trost is going to be able to finish the race, but I think Josh Ward with the tires, 13 versus 20 of the Indy, they have a big chance with 10 to go, 9 to go.
Quilla has knocked it down to 203. And I think he's coming to pit road. I think he cannot do it anymore. Oh, he slides over the line and a black flag. Oh, my goodness. And I think he might have, look at that right front tire, of his. It is definitely a very, as his screen is blinking, it's definitely a very unhappy tire. And
he used to be the cone.
Oh, caution on the racetrack.
My God, Brando Trost. Antonio Estrada, no, have a contact with rest of Forson in turn 2.
Estrada down to the inside, and Fortson. Oh, Fortson. A little closing rate there. Estrada. I think maybe Estrada was trying to save some fuel. Let's watch again.
No, Estrada was loose.
Let's watch again. Coming off the corner, and does Estrada get loose? You watch from that far chase. We don't really show that because that's not a real angle. And yeah, and there we go. There's not a real TV angle. We'll use the real TV angles here. And there you go. And he might have got a little loose. Let's we'll ride with him. And maybe we can catch him. Did we catch his hands? Catch it? Do we see a little bit of left and right here? Yeah. Well, yeah. There it is. There it is. Yeah. And bunched. Supermex gets the super spin. So Trost comes to pit road, so he gets a big favor, but he's going to give up a ton of track position. But Ward stays out. Let's get you back to intervals here. And actually, I want to show you stint time. This is going to be the big thing. Ward, 17 laps on these tires. Indy, who remember pitted very early, has 7 laps older tires. Oster about on par with Ward. Clindy, very young tires. Same with Campbell. Blocker, the youngest. But then when you get Trost, who's now come off of pit road, he's going to have fresh tires, and he's going to be in the top 10. With 7 to go. Look out, people.
Man, I don't know. It's too dangerous. I know you have good tires and for everyone, but man, the way he's gonna make the pass and everything is gonna be a little bit dangerous. So be careful of Trost in that. We're
gonna see, and I don't know. Are they gonna cycle back the lap traffic here for the restart? I think they are. I think it's close enough to the end that they will cycle back the lap traffic. And right there in front of Ward, all those drivers will get the wave around, and then I think there might be some traffic behind them. I think I don't know.
Only Cuadrado.
Okay, Cuadrado. That's what I thought. Okay.
And what a chance for Josh Ward finally. Good result. Win the. Who knows? I don't want to jinx him. But maybe have a chance to win the top split and return to the point in the championship. So he needs to survive 5 to go. Or just be careful with the restart. Maybe gonna spin the tires. Could be rolling balls. I'm gonna follow Brando Trostman.
All right.
It's gonna be good. Okay.
All right, so we will get ready to go green this time by. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you're just joining us, you are watching P1's coverage of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split from Texas Motor Speedway. Currently, the leader is Josh Ward with 6 laps to go. Immediately following this night, stay with P1 as the Indy Next Oval Series heads to Southern National Motorsports Park. Well, we've never had a broadcast on the channel from there, so check out the Indy Next Series on the Oval. Getting ready to go green for a sprint to the end. Josh Ward, Kirchenbauer, Jacob Oster, the Vote of Indy Derby winner. Clindy, Brian Campbell, your top 5. Restart underway here. Lap 5 to go here in Texas for the Indy Oval Series top split.
Gonna be a sprint race for Brandon Trost to go on the front. Normal restart for him, but he's going for. And that's the point, is when is he going to the front, it's going to be a wall with Clendy, Andy, Ward, and Oster.
Oster sends it on the outside where it gets really narrow through there. And now Ward's got to worry. He's got a teammate in the neighborhood. Indy lifts. Clendy's now there. Clindy, Ward sent it to the inside. Clindy below the white line. 3 wide through the corner. Just like the old IRL races here. And Clindy clears him, and he's now your new leader. Coming to 3 to go.
This is gonna be a...
Oh, Oster was looking at the bottom. Clinty's got to keep that bottom closed. Oster will take it.
Trost
off the corner. Trost using that high side with the new tires. He's going to be there soon enough. Tyler Russell in the picture. Let's not rule him out. Clindy down low now, coming to 2 to go. Ward taking a peek to the high side, but he has those slightly older tires than Clindy. At the double dog leg, Clindy's going to lead that time. No, actually, Ward's going to lead that time. Oh, a little bit of a contact as Oster gets there side by side through 1.
Look at that Trost. My God, for the high line.
Trost sending it on the high side with those new tires coming to the white flag this time by. It is Clindy, Trost, Ward, Oster, and Tyler Russell, your top 5 last time. Oh, there's the contact. They're going to go caution. We're white flag. No, we're not going to go caution on the last lap. There we go. Trost clears Clindy. He clears him down the backstretch with those new tires. He goes to the inside. He's going to defend in 3 and 4. Coming off the corner, turning for home. Here comes Brendan Trost. What a run, but here comes Clindy. Clindy gets a little bit of a nudge. Who wins it? I think it's Trost sideways at the line. Tyler Russell second, and Clindy in third.
Oh my God. Let me tell you something. Trost is lucky because he have a contact with Kelo Brashear. Brashear have a middle flag. The front wind out, and iRacing forgiven him. So, and he won the race.
Actually, let's do this. Let's jeez, I can't believe this. Let's see this. All right, let's watch this. Let's see if we can. I can freeze it here right at the moment of crossing the line.
Oh, Campbell.
The back end, the right rear tire. So like the least likely tire to cross the start-finish line first, and I'm going to recycle this shot so it clears up. Boop, boop, boop. That won the race. Look at this. Look at this. Look at there's the win right there, and there's Tyler Russell right there. This is I've never seen a finish like this. I've after a while, Lewis, we do so many of these races, you're bound to see everything. And this is another one of those finishes where we've just about seen everything now. And that is your margin of victory right there. It is a right rear tire over a nose cone.
You went like that, man.
I don't know if I can get another. Right. There it is. There. I can't get a better shot than that. Your margin of victory is 18 thousandths of a second. Now, I'm sure that would be a little bit different. Now, if that's real IndyCar racing, the timing and scoring sensor, I believe, is on the nose. Actually, Russell would be the winner of that race in real IndyCar racing. Well, I don't know what the stewards would say, but
wait, which tire you said he crossed the line?
It's the right rear tire.
Yeah, you're right. Yes.
And in real IndyCar racing, the timing sensor is actually in the nose. So if this was real IndyCar racing, Tyler Russell's nose would cross the start-finish line before the nose of Brandon Trost, and that would be different. But hey, it's iRacing. That's how we do it here.
iRacing, make a note, because this is not right.
Once again, Will Buxton, we call close races all the time, baby. All the time. That's how we do it here in the Indy Oval Series. Brandon Trost with a storm from about P7 on the restart with new tires is your winner. Second win of the season. And you know what? He started dead last. I believe. He started 23rd, and he won this race. He made up 22 spots. He can't be, well, it's your award. You can call it whatever you want. He can't necessarily be your Luis Gonzalez Nunez driver of the week, but, man, he won from dead last. I mean, I in real-world IndyCar racing, the only one I can think of that started dead last on the field to win a race is Buddy Lazier at Phoenix, and I think in 2000. And he was driving, I think it was the one and only win by the Riley and Scott chassis. That's the only time I can think of drivers finished dead last. I clear my scratch board there. But Brandon Trost for the win. Tyler Russell in second. Clindy in third. Blocker fourth. Gilson, great finish for Eliza. It's good to see him in the top five. The Prodigy in sixth. Diego Bandera, he stayed in the top 10 all day. He had that first stint. He fell kind of back off the pace, but no panic. Managed the tires and brought the car back in a good top 10 position. So great run for Diego. He can use that to build off of for the remainder of the season. Jason Brophy in eighth. Crash Neon, he recovers to get ninth. So I'm sure that will make Justin very happy. So good to see Crash in the top 10. And Tristan Fortson in 10th. Zach Flaum very quietly reached 11th position. Tracy did in 12th. Caleb Brashear 13th. Brendan D'Souza 14th. Josh Ward and Brian Campbell unfortunately got tangled up in that turn 1 incident on the white flag lap, along with Jacob Oster, 15th, 16th, and 17th. Quadrado, 18th. I think he was tied up in that lap as well. Oh, actually, he's a lap down, sorry. For Porty, unfortunately, got down a lap, was unable to recover, finished 19th. Ty Quilla came to pit road sped and decided just to go ahead and park her there. Finished a lap down in 20th position. Logan Edwards, Antonio Estrada, and Nick Sudik unfortunately had incidents where they could not finish. Estrada and Sudik, that is. Logan Edwards finished 2 laps down, and that is your 23-car field.
Well, I can tell you, Crash Neo, ninth spot. Jason Brophy could be the driver of the week. But I think lucky of Brandon Trost, man, unlucky for Josh Ward. What a lucky, again, he was to win the race, and I think he forgot, I think the 3 wide coming Brian Campbell in the middle. So I think it's going to be Brandon Trost, the driver of the week, because the way he won, the way he came back, and you said that, we didn't mention to him. I was like, okay, Brandon Trost is over here in 15, 16, 17, doing nothing. And then he survived, and then the yellow flag is out, and then the Forgiven, all the crash of the Kilo Brashear, so I'm going to say he is the driver of the week.
All right. Let's go ahead and cue out the music, get into the interview room, and talk to some of these drivers, and we'll bring in Clindy. Here is Clindy joining us in the booth. Clindy, good to have you here, man. What a finish that was. That late caution kind of set it up. I don't know if you kind of had the tires left to hold off everyone behind you, but talk about that finish. That was a heck of a shootout there at the end.
Yeah, so I had the best tires of the guys who had gone late on the green flag stint, except for Blocker, I think, came a couple laps after me. And so, like, Ryan and I were doing a great job hunting down that lead pit pack, and we're just hoping the Savers weren't going to make it. Obviously, when the yellow came out, their hands were kind of tied, and they needed to take the tires. So I was just hoping, I'd jump Ward and Indy and Jacob, and I did. and get to lead, and I did. And then I hoped that they would all crash behind me, and then they didn't until the white flag lap, at which point the tires caught me and passed me. And I had built a run that I thought was going to be, I mean, Tross is probably still going to win. I'd maybe come to his front tires, but I just misjudged, and he came up a little more than I thought and ran right in the back of him and ended up giving him the boost he needed to nip Tyler at the line. So happy to make some good TV, and, you know, I'm not going to cry over spilt milk one spot here. I mean, it's a shame that Blocker drove such a good race and he finished right behind me. So points, I'm not going to gain a whole lot on him, but I'll gain some. So
Yeah, victories, even the small ones, are comforting to know that yeah, after a long race and everything. Any shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone I want to say hi to before we let you go for this third place? I mean, your record at this track is pretty darn good. You still got to be pretty happy about all things, really.
I mean, you want to be the best of all time, don't you, Gary? You want to put down stats that are never going to get broken. You want to win 3 straight at a track. You want to win 7 championships, yada, yada, yada. There's another chapter to write yet. But thanks to my mom who's hosting me right now while I'm in Illinois. Shout out to my teammate, my good buddy Hunter. I know he's in the ICU right now. So pull in for you, buddy. Pull through. We'll share the track again sometime soon. All my friends and family all around the world, wherever they be, whether they're back in DC or across the 7 seas. And of course, give your favorite puppy in your life a head pat. Scratch your favorite cat on the back. And thanks to everyone at the Votive Racing League, including Shane Coker and at Advanced.gg. If you check out with promo code CLENDY with a capital K and a capital S, you'll get 10% off your order. A little bit of that comes back to me, and I'll see you at the Sim Gaming Expo. See you later.
All right, Clendy, congrats. We'll see you in a week. And again, I want to echo that shout out to Hunter Ingrave, who is fortunately in the hospital. Went in for a little routine surgery and is now kind of taking a longer stay in the hospital. I hope he's doing okay. Checked on him earlier, and his mom replied to me. So I'm like, again, Hunter, we are thinking of you, buddy. We hope things work out while you're recovering. Let's bring in Tyler Russell. And here is, we'll bring him in here. And joining us on the podium here is Tyler Russell. Congratulations. He brought that Java House livery, that Ed Carpenter Racing livery, to second spot there. Hung with all of the top split regulars and brought that car home. But I was saying in the post-race, if that was a real IndyCar race and it ended like that, your timing sensor would have crossed the start-finish line in real life before Brendan's would have, and you actually would have probably won that race, depending on where the timing sensor crosses, if they truly rule on that. But it was actually his right rear that crossed the start-finish line before the nose of your car did.
Yeah. So I wish it was like it is in real life, but man, yeah, it was a complete mess there at the end. I think I've run one race already this week, and the track temp kind of drops at the end, so it gets really packy. And so I didn't actually expect fresh tires to make that big of a difference, but we got in there, and Brandon and I started just getting through people. And I just figured I'd wrap the bottom those last couple laps in 1 and 2 and got by some of those guys and ended up almost there.
Let's talk about those earlier races you did in the week, kind of the reconnaissance races, right? It's kind of a live scrimmage before getting to this one. You spent most of the race kind of in that mid pack. Was it just managing tires, managing fuel, or just something you learned from those earlier races that says, yeah, I'm just going to let those guys go. I'm going to hit my numbers.
Yeah, I didn't know if the first race that I did this week was actually really spread out. Like everyone had maybe a half-second gap between them. And then we started this race. I know this is like the high strength of field race. And so that might be part of it. But those first couple laps, everyone was actually able to run really close in a pack. And so I had qualified somewhere in the teens and kind of realized it was going to be like that. So that first yellow came out and I figured I'd try something different and try and pivot. So we went to the extreme fuel save strategy. And I was in mix 5 that whole last stint, like half throttle, 6th gear and stuff, lifting really early and wrapping the bottom in 1 and 2. And I don't think we would have got there. I was having to save a lot at the end. I think we were 0.2 gallons short, so maybe half a gallon short. And I think Brandon was actually in a very similar situation. But I mean, if a yellow had come out or something, we would have been pretty well off. So I figured it was worth trying. And we probably would have gone extreme fuel save those last couple laps, half throttle and stuff, because you lose like a lap and a half pitting. So we had a decent jump on those guys.
So you stopped at that last stop, threw on a last set of, or another set of tires, and at that kind of just kind of do a full send. When you got the restart going, I'm sure you, I think you were starting behind Trost. Were you basically just kind of following his lead and then just, basically he did everything on the high side. You guys were just wrapping it up there, and that really was the key for both of you guys.
I think he was going high in 1 and 2, and I was kind of going low. I think surprisingly on those older tires, it seemed like people couldn't wrap the white line in 1 and 2, so I was kind of just taking the clean air down there. And it was just wherever you could get them. I think we were so much faster, surprisingly, that I was just kind of flat out as much as you could get through and got by a lot of those guys and ended up at the end pretty close to the front. So, and I know a lot of those guys crashed on the last lap, which helped us a little bit. But it's when it gets to the end like that, especially with the track temp dropping, it gets kind of packy. Everyone's just kind of going for it, and you just kind of hold the throttle down and pray, you know.
Yeah, we actually didn't do a track temp update right before going green, so if the track temp was dropping and then fresh tires and everyone running for the win, there's going to be very few inches given on that last stint. Well, congratulations, man. So close to the win. There will be a win someday, I'm sure, with the way that we've seen you up here on the podium here recently. Congratulations. Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone I want to say hi to before we let you go.
Yeah, so still doing it by myself, but I want to thank my friends Johnny and Sam for watching, and again to my fiance for letting me
smart man
for the night.
Smart man. Yep.
Yes. But that's pretty much it. So yeah, thank you guys.
All right, Tyler, congratulations. We'll catch you in a week when we head to the next one.
All right, thanks.
And we will move him back up into there. Actually, where are we next week? I kept meaning to look. And we've been so busy. We are going to Legacy Phoenix, proper Phoenix next week.
Yes.
Awesome. I like it. So none of this having to rename Turn 1, Turn 3, and Turn 3, Turn 1, whatever. Let's bring in Brandon Trost. Bring him in right now. Here is Brandon Trost joining us from dead last to the win. Congratulations. What a great last stint send there. Throwing on those new set of tires and just throwing caution to the wind and full sending it there to get the victory. And it was actually, we showed you, I don't know if you saw on the replay, it was your right rear that crossed the start-finish line before his nose did.
Yeah, I noticed that. First off, I have to apologize to Caleb. I did not mean to hit him there. I totally misjudged the corner entry speed difference between new and old tires and absolutely killed him. So I owe an apology there. But otherwise, yeah, it was a win. So
before we get into your race there and starting from the back and why'd you start back there and everything. So what I've been doing, I've been doing this big project of downloading all of the iRacing result files, and I've gone through the whole fixed and oval series lineage. Remember, this used to be called the old fixed series, and then we changed to oval, and the fixed series now mirrors the open series and that type of stuff. But so I've gone through and I've recollected all this stuff, and so when I count wins, what I'm doing is I'm counting drive. When I say that this is your X number of wins, this is your win that you've won during in either the top split when we didn't have any broadcast going on, so the highest split possible, or the broadcasted race, which tends to be the most high split, but whatever, it's either or, right? So it's either the top split, and these are kind of the days before we started broadcasting, so it's like 2021 season 4. So prior to that, pretty much all the results are from the highest split of that week. After that is pretty much the results from the race. So I'm going to summarize that. If I just confused everybody, I'll try to clear it up sometime in the future. But today is your 47th career top split win. That's either a top split or top split broadcast. And you are now tied all time with Adriano Pinheiro for the all-time lead. Congratulations. I don't know if you knew that. I don't know if you cared, but there you go.
that's pretty cool. I did not know that Pinheiro had that many. I would have assumed it was, maybe Matt Cook or Robert Malechka. I did not know Pinheiro had that many, but I guess he's been around a long time too, so.
Yeah, this is your 47th career win, your 76th career podium. That's most all-time of all the stats that I've collected. Your 7th Texas victory, and that's most all-time on all the stats I collected, and your 9th Texas podium, and that's most all-time of all the stats I collected. So, my man, starting dead last. I mean, obviously, you're at the top of everything right now, but what happened? What was the genesis for starting last there? And we really noticed that when you started this race dead last, you kind of didn't move. You just kind of hung out back there. And then when that first caution came out around lap 10, that's when you decided to come to pit road and top things off.
Well, it wasn't my choice, that's for sure.
Okay.
I've been having issues with the fast jacker, the macros that we all use.
Yeah.
Everybody knows we use them.
Yep,
whatever.
we do. Worst kept secret. Yep.
It's not working for me. I don't know what they changed, but I can't get it to work. So if anyone wants to offer a solution, very open to it. I have a G29. But anyways, cannot get it to work. I've spent hours last week trying to get it to work. Finally today at like 7 o'clock, I wiped my whole install of iRacing, uninstalled all the drivers, tried everything, still couldn't get it to work. So I was literally trying up to, the point we're going green to map, the steering wheel and everything else to try to race. So I didn't have time to get in even before qualifying ended, and luckily it worked out.
Well, second win this season and all the other accolades I just read off. I'm sure you're pretty happy. Led only 5 laps today, but the key one was the one there at the end, and it's the one your right rear tire led. Congratulations. Any shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone you want to say hi to before we let you go?
I'll shout out the broadcast as always, and the one thing I'll say is I'm not happy with 2 wins this season. I think I should have 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm disappointed in a few performances. Then there's a few wrecks that I'm not too happy about. So, it's not been the best season, but I think we're still in contention for second. I don't think anyone's catching Blocker at this point, but we'll see.
Well, congratulations, man. And also just all the career accolades. Congratulations on those as well. We'll see you at the next one when we head to Phoenix, and hopefully you get all that IT stuff squared away.
Yeah, we'll see if I show up to Phoenix. I hate that track.
Even Legacy?
I don't I can't drive it. So
okay,
I'll run 20th on speed. We'll see what happens.
Something tells me even if you do start, you'll do pretty well. All right, Brendan, have a good one. Congratulations.
All right, have a good one.
Wow, it's a pretty amazing that when I plug the when I plug my AI machine and I say pull these stats for me, and it just lists all these for Brandon. It's just pretty amazing that just all this really came today, and we didn't really expect it to all to happen. He started dead last, and we thought maybe he was just taking a patient approach to starting the race and doing something different. He did say he wanted to do a little bit different things differently this season, and I thought maybe it was that, but really he was having IT problems leading up to this thing, and he still managed to come through. But what a race, Lewis! What a race!
It was a pretty good race, actually. Like I used to be in IndyCar long time ago with Phoenix. Always Phoenix is an excited race. So once again here, we was really excited. Good to don't be a yellow caution on the end of the race. Make kill all of this excited, and especially with Brandon Trues came from last to front, and Russell followed him actually in the same way. Like I said, the thing is, when you come into the front, what else has happened? So you need to do your approach, and that's what happened. And that's the Brandon Trues did. So that's a good job for him, and make the victory. Man, what about bad for Josh Ward once again? He was now when the standings show us as fourth. It could be on second or third after this race, but unfortunately for him, it's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be down for sure at the standings. So, anyways. Good race, actually. Again, nothing more to say about the race. It was really excited. Just the lucky of the Brandon Trues don't lose the front wing. He lose it, but forgiven about racing. The racing forgive him with the new life and win the race. So that's good for him. Proper Phoenix next week. It's gonna be difficult, and just who make the pole could be win the race for sure if you don't have a yellow flag in between. or maybe some lap down make the life difficult for the leader. So it's gonna be really good race over there. So see you next week, the fix it. But see you this Thursday, 7:45 from Portland for the second round of the Elite Racing League.
You got it. And Tyler Russell, that's his 4th career podium. His 2nd career runner-up finish here at Texas. He likes this place. In Texas, he has 3 starts, 2 podiums, and 3 top 5. So, yeah, he really does like this place. And as for Clindy, that was his 44th career podium. 5th most all-time already in his fairly young career. At Texas, he has 6 starts, 1 win, and 3 podiums. And 2 wins, 4 podiums, and 6 starts. And this was his 128th career top split start. That's kind of Clindy's stats coming out of this for those that finished on the podium. Let's get on out of here and give everyone back their Tuesday night. So that's it for tonight. Once again, your podium here from Texas Motor Speedway. Brandon Trost with the win. His 47th career win here in the top split broadcast. Tyler Russell, best career finish, 2nd. And Clindy in 3rd. Join us again next week for round 8, week 8 of season 3 of 2026 of the iRacing IndyCar Oval Series. Tuesday night top split as the series heads to the 1 Mile Desert Oval on the proper Phoenix Raceway. Our last visit to proper Phoenix in 2025 season 4. Caleb Brashear won that race. He defeated Brian Campbell by 2.4 seconds. The race producing 4 different lead changes and 2 cautions for 6 laps. The visit before that was won by Adriano Pinero over Clindy. And Phoenix also holds one of the rare exact scan streaks in series history. Matt Cook won 3 consecutive legacy Phoenix races from 2013 season 3 to 2014 season 1. So, hey, could someone begin a new streak next week? Well, we'll see. Just join us. The IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top splits from Legacy Phoenix begins next week, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And immediately following us next week with the Indy Next Oval Series as they head to Rockingham Speedway at 9:30. So for everyone here at P1, Luis Gonzalez Nunez, Gary Gonzo, I'm saying to all, thanks for watching, everybody, and to all of our men and women serving in the military and first responders. Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again in a week when we go to proper Phoenix for the next race of a top split right here on P1. Good night.